Hi, I'm Julie from the blog feastandfasten.com, and today I'm going to share with you my review of A Gentle Feast homeschool curriculum. The full blog post is linked below. I am an affiliate of A Gentle Feast homeschool curriculum, and this is my honest review after using the curriculum for a year. We had a great year with A Gentle Feast. It was a really good first year homeschooling, and I'm excited we're going to use the curriculum again for the new school year. I'm going to try to keep this kind of brief and just give the main reasons for why we love this curriculum and how it's working for our family. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below and I'll try to answer any questions you have. My first reason for loving this curriculum is the book selection. A Gentle Feast curriculum is heavily influenced by Charlotte Mason's philosophies for education, and one of the main components is using living books for a child's education. So the books included on the book list for A Gentle Feast are memorable. Most of them are written in a narrative format. They are interesting. I love the books personally. My husband and I both agree that we really enjoy reading these books to our children. Like I said, they're memorable. And so later on when our kids, even our preschool age son, when they're talking about the books, they remember facts because they're attached to these memorable stories. Another great thing about A Gentle Feast is that it is a very comprehensive curriculum. Here's the teacher's guide for what we did last year. We did Cycle 1, Form 1, and it includes all the subjects that we were planning on addressing and more, except for math. Julie Ross does recommend a Living Books math curriculum, and we've just decided to go a different route. At some point we might swing back to it, but we're liking what we're doing right now. We're doing Singapore math, and it's working really well for our family right now. We also love the simplicity of this curriculum. I don't like lots of pieces, parts, and things to cut out, and small pieces of things to keep up with. And most of our homeschool day consists of reading books aloud and talking about them. We do have written work in the language arts packet, and we have some creative things that we do. Math obviously involves some writing. I feel like we're just doing the important things. And then that frees us up for the rest of the day to have plenty of margin for playing and imagining and just chewing on and processing the big ideas that we've learned about through the books we're reading. Something else that I really love about this program is that it's really designed with families, and even particularly large families, in mind. So we're about to have our 4th child this fall, so some people would consider us a large family. And when I think about homeschooling for the long haul, it can be a little overwhelming. It's just a lot. There's a lot of moving parts. And so I really appreciate that Julie has taken that into consideration, and she's done that in a few different ways. So one of the ways is with the morning time. This is the beauty subject. So it's Bible, hymn study, poetry, composer study, poet study, artist study, and there's scripture memory in this as well. And it is really easily adaptable to different levels. So you can have kids from toddlers, babies, all the way up to high schoolers sitting around a table or on the couch or in the living room floor doing morning time together as a family and starting the day that way. And so I love that aspect of it. Another way that this is designed for families is the history cycles. It's on a 4-year loop. So history is broken down into 4 main time periods that you loop through every 4 years. So my daughter she's starting the 2nd cycle. When my son joins in next year or the year after that, he'll just jump right in with the history that she's doing. The history does vary in degree of difficulty as you get older. There's more components to it. The reading becomes more advanced, but the whole family is talking and learning about the same history time period. And I love that. For the read alouds, many of the books are enjoyable for everyone. Like I said, my husband and I love the books that we're able to read to our children. And even my preschool age son, last year when he was 3 years old, he joined in with most of the read alouds. Sometimes he might wander off and play with something, but he really enjoyed the books too. So that's toddler age all the way up through adult that we enjoyed these books together. And again, that's another thing as a family that we can do. It's become something that my kids and I look forward to after lunch every day. It's very predictable. We're gonna go to the couch after we've had a little cleanup time, and we're gonna enjoy these books together. I love that this curriculum is gentle. It really is. It's gentle for the parent and for the child. This, like I said, this was our first kind of official homeschool year. We had done some preschool things in the past and read a lot of books, but this was the first time that we really had more structure. I reported it to the school board that I was going to be educating my child at home, and so it felt a little more weighty this year. So I was so thankful that this curriculum really gently guided me through the process of implementing a Charlotte Mason style education, through creating rhythms in our home and developing new habits, because there's a lot of new habits that we had to develop this year. Just the discipline of coming to the table every morning for morning time. I developed a lot of new and good habits, discipline that I am so thankful for, that have also been able to transfer to other areas of my life, not just homeschooling. It is very flexible and easily adaptable to the child's needs or the family's needs. If a subject is just too much right now, you can easily scale it back and change it in the schedule. There's a downloadable Excel spreadsheet where you can adjust the schedule, and I love that part of it too. That feels very gentle to me as well. For the kids, the lessons are short. It's a very broad feast, and it provides so much time during the day for us to go outside and play with Legos. The kids can talk a little bit about what they've read or just think about what they've been reading. Another great thing about this curriculum is that it's pretty affordable compared to other resources and curriculum that I've looked at. It really is inexpensive, especially when you think about all the free resources that she includes with the curriculum. You get to download the digital versions of the curriculum, and she has lots of resources on her website once you get a login, once you've purchased the curriculum. Julie also does monthly membership Zoom calls where ahead of time you can email her any question, and she just goes through those questions and answers them for about an hour. And then if there's anything else, if she has time and there's another topic that she wants to talk about, she'll talk about it there. And I've learned so much from those Zoom calls, as well as the introduction course that she includes with the curriculum. The part where it can become as expensive is if you're gonna purchase all of the books from the book list. I go through and I just highlight all the ones that we need for the year, and then I start looking to see where I can buy them or borrow them. A few ways to keep it more affordable is, one, there's a lot of books that are free to read online. So you can go to different websites. Some of these books are in the public domain, and these websites have put them out, and you can read them online. Another way is to borrow them from your public library. We do live in a small town, so many of these books are not found at our library. So I don't do a lot of this, a lot of borrowing books. My favorite thing to do is to buy them, most of them. I don't buy every single one, but I buy a lot of them. I know that I'm gonna be using them over and over again, and I know that the vast majority of these books we're gonna love. So I do go ahead and buy most of the books. And I usually find the best prices on Amazon and thriftbooks.com. So these are my favorite things about A Gentle Feast. It's just been a great fit for our family. If you have become interested by watching this video, or you had already been interested in A Gentle Feast or a Charlotte Mason style homeschool education for your kids, I will link below some good resources that you can look into that will help you dig a little deeper. So one of them is, if you go to agentlefeast.com, she offers a 2-week free trial for families who are interested in this curriculum, and also a free introduction course, which I did before I purchased the curriculum. Another way you can dig a little deeper and learn more about what Julie and her curriculum is all about is listen to her podcast. Julie's podcast is called The Charlotte Mason Show with Julie Ross, and you can find it on your favorite podcast app. Another way to just get a glimpse into what it's like to use A Gentle Feast is to follow the Instagram account at A Gentle Feast. And Julie features homeschool families using the curriculum, beautiful pictures, and it shows a lot of the books and just gives a glimpse of what it looks like to use it in day-to-day life. I get a lot of inspiration just from seeing those Instagram posts. Julie also offers a free morning time packet for Holy Week, so around Easter time. We've used this before, but I downloaded it before I committed to buying the full curriculum, and it just gave me a taste of what morning time is like, and some of the poetry and hymns and book selection that Julie had on her list. And so that's another good way to get a taste of what A Gentle Feast is all about. Julie also offers $5 book lists for each cycle. If you buy the full curriculum, you get the book list to download anyway, but if you're on the fence or you want to see a good sampling of what the books would be, then $5 is pretty cheap to get that book list in your hand and see what a year with A Gentle Feast would look like. A few other resources that might help you, especially if you're leaning towards a Charlotte Mason education, would be to read the original volumes. They're kind of hard, but I find it pretty inspiring that her writings are still very relevant today. Another book is A Charlotte Mason Companion by Karen Andriola. That is a more recent book, and it breaks down some of the main teachings of Charlotte Mason, and that was really helpful for me too, just to kind of break down what exactly this education should look like. Another really helpful resource is the Delectable Education podcast. They also have a website with a blog and lots of resources there. This group of ladies does educational consulting as well. So if you don't decide to do A Gentle Feast, but you still want to do Charlotte Mason and you need some help implementing it in your home, definitely check out those ladies. They are a wealth of knowledge about Charlotte Mason. I will link all those resources down below, and hopefully they can help guide you in the right direction as you're considering homeschool curriculum. If you want to see more videos like this, please like this video. Again, comment below, ask me questions. I'd love to talk to you. And subscribe to our channel. We post weekly videos of our favorite recipes and our home projects, and now also some homeschool stuff. Thanks for watching.